Okie dokie. So we're about to work on something that probably no one except your vet will be impressed by. But your vet will absolutely appreciate it. I'm just gonna, because really I'm not the important part of what's going on. You are. So I'm gonna, good boy. He's gonna go ahead and offer me a sit. And there are treats in both hands. Makes it a little tricky. He thinks he might be able to get one. It's okay. I'm gonna make this less difficult. That one's empty. So if you're asking him to shake, high five, put his paws on you in any way, shape, or form, I do ask that you stop doing that. Because until he has learned that jumping on people, guests, you guys, any kind of excited jumping, which is just very normal dog behavior, and I am going to give him a treat for not putting his, don't lick. I am going to give him a treat right there for just laying down and offering to be calm, because I do like that, right? But if you're asking him to shake, you know, high five, anything like that, that is teaching him that putting his feet on people is acceptable and it can be rewarded, right? So we don't want to do that unless our dog knows and is well aware. I bet you do ask him to shake, or he has been taught to shake in the past. Until our dog fully comprehends that putting their feet on people is only something that should ever be requested. And just in the beginning, let's just not ask that, right? It's too confusing. So right now we're going to work on something that, like I said, probably no one but your vet will be impressed by, and that's getting him to stand on cue. Good boy. And he got that treat right when he stood up. Notice again, I didn't add a verbal cue to it. I just told him he was a good boy and rewarded the action that I liked. Good boy. I'm going to give him a couple treats right back to back. That's known as a jackpot. Sit. Good boy, Kenji. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just going to toss a treat over there. I didn't toss it terribly far. I actually meant to toss it a little bit further than that. That's okay. Good boy. Just to let him basically reset himself, right? Good boy. Good sit. That's okay. Good boy. Now I'm going to get a couple more repetitions of him doing it before I add a verbal cue. See how he still thinks that just putting his foot on me is good. And that's also just a very normal dog behavior. Let me see if I can dig it out of your hand. You can't. He's just nibbling at my hand. I'm letting him think about it. He gets to make the good decision by himself. Good boy. Good boy. Notice how I'm luring his nose and I'm allowing him to sit. Good boy. To keep his face attached to the treats, he's able to lick them while they're in my hand. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to pop these treats back in that hand. Kenji, sit. Good boy. Stand. Good boy. Notice I added that verbal cue as his butt was coming up off the ground. Same thing with any given verbal cue, any of them. Go ahead and get 10, 15, 20 plus repetitions of the behavior that you're looking for without the verbal cue. Yeah, you found whatever that little, looks like a yak cheese puff. I love them so much. And that's fine. That's all we're kind of gonna, that's also all the time that we've got, but that's also, that's kind of all we're gonna do today, right? We worked on several new things. We worked out front a little bit on the leash, on switching sides, which we also warmed up with in the backyard. And I did take him out on a leash today because I didn't want him to do his little zoomy zoom thing. But he did good. After we were out there, he went potty for me in the backyard. I did go ahead and take him off of his leash, and he paid attention and did not do the zooming. But just a couple new skills, and I hope y'all enjoy.